Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Meet me again on Agus Setyawan's channel. How are you all? Hopefully always healthy, good fortune, and keep the spirit. Sorry I haven't made a video in a long time because I'm busy in the real world. Don't forget, those who haven't clicked the subscribe button, click on it right away, so that Agus Setyawan's channel can develop well. And don't forget to like, comment and share. Accessibility widget. Skip to content menu. Mesothelioma Lawyer Center. Call to learn about getting your best possible financial compensation. Legal options. Mesothelioma veterans. Asbestos settlements. We've won who we help. Reviews of our services. About us. Home. Pleural mesothelioma cancer guide. Pleural mesothelioma cancer guide page updated on February 8, 2022. Paul Danziger. Page reviewed and edited by mesothelioma attorney Paul Danziger. Pleural mesothelioma is the most common type of mesothelioma, a cancer caused by asbestos exposure. About 75% of all diagnosed patients have pleural mesothelioma, which develops in the tissue around the lungs. Symptoms include coughing, difficulty breathing, and chest pains. If you or a loved one have been diagnosed with mesothelioma, asbestos-related lung cancer, or asbestosis, you may be eligible for substantial compensation. Fill out our form to receive our free financial compensation packet. Our packet is loaded with information on experienced mesothelioma attorneys in your area, how to file a claim for asbestos trust funds, how to get paid in 90 days, and more. Free financial compensation packet. Financial compensation packet info on law firms that will recover your highest compensation. Learn how to get paid in 90 days. File for your share of $30 billion in trust funds. Send my free packet. X-ray of cancer area in lung. About pleural mesothelioma. Due to how asbestos enters the body, the most common form of mesothelioma is found on the pleural membrane. This is the lining of the lungs. It is rarer than lung cancer, with about 2,500 new cases diagnosed in the United States each year. Pleural mesothelioma is a debilitating form of mesothelioma with low survival rates. Like other forms of mesothelioma, it is difficult to detect in its initial stages. It takes a long time to make its presence known, as it can lay dormant in the pleural membrane. It can sometimes take up to 50 years for symptoms of pleural mesothelioma to surface. Further, its symptoms can be easily confused with common respiratory ailments such as influenza, bronchitis, or pneumonia. These symptoms often include shortness of breath, coughing, chest pains, fever, difficulty in swallowing, buildup of fluid in the chest cavity, extreme tiredness, lack of appetite, and subsequent weight loss are other symptoms associated with the disease in its later stages. Since these symptoms can sometimes confuse physicians, the disease is usually diagnosed when it has already reached a late stage. As cancer progresses, the symptoms become more severe. Since the disease is common in its advanced stage, when this occurs, physicians may find it difficult to remove the tumors entirely. Prognosis. Although pleural mesothelioma is the most common type of mesothelioma, experts have yet to find a cure. It is generally considered incurable, although some patients have lived years after a diagnosis, or in rare cases, achieved remission. Therefore, the prognosis for pleural mesothelioma patients is unfavorable. As with most diseases, your survival rate will depend on the stage of the disease and your overall health. Treatment options. There are three primary treatment options for pleural mesothelioma: surgery, chemotherapy, and radiation. The best option is typically to use multiple treatment types, which can add months, even years, to a mesothelioma patient's life. Newer treatments for pleural mesothelioma show great promise: immunotherapy, targeted therapies, tumor treating fields, and other therapies used in clinical trials. Surgery. Currently, there are two main types of surgical procedures: pleurectomy, decortication, the removal of the pleural lining, and the more radical extrapleural pneumonectomy, surgical resection of the affected lung and the surrounding parietal and visceral pleura. Patients must be in good physical condition to endure surgery. As a result, most patients in the advanced stages of pleural mesothelioma typically do not qualify. Side effects of surgery can include blood clots and/or bleeding, fatigue, fever, pneumonia, lung malfunction, chemotherapy. Chemotherapy is less invasive than surgery and reduces the size of malignant mesothelioma tumors in the pleural lining. Chemotherapy helps to relieve some of the symptoms and extend a patient's life expectancy. It is also used to eliminate any other cancerous cells left behind after surgery. Side effects of chemotherapy can include: patients can easily bleed and/or bruise because of reduced blood platelets, hair loss from the chemotherapy drugs attacking healthy hair follicle cells, mouth sores and cuts, nausea, which may also include episodes of vomiting, low white blood cell count, which results in possible infections, lack of energy and feeling lethargic. Radiation therapy is rarely used alone. Radiation can be an effective form of treatment in mesothelioma when combined with surgery, chemotherapy, or both. Radiation therapy involves the killing of cancer cells with doses of high-energy rays. Radiation therapy can be used either to prevent cancer from returning to surgically treated areas or to slow down cancer's progress in cases where surgery is not a viable option. Targeted radiation treatments also help to relieve a patient's pain. Side effects of radiation therapy can include hair loss, skin rashes and burns, lethargy and fatigue, vomiting, diarrhea, trouble with breathing, include breath shortness, loss of appetite. It's important to note that while these treatments help to control the spread of asbestos-related cancer in the pleural region, there is currently no cure for any form of mesothelioma. However, with the right kind of treatment, the prognosis can be extended, and painful symptoms can be reduced. If you have received a diagnosis of pleural mesothelioma, contact specialists immediately and start treatment as soon as possible. Getting help if you've been diagnosed with mesothelioma, asbestos-related lung cancer, or asbestosis, you may be entitled to significant financial compensation. Remember to fill out our form to get your free financial compensation packet, with information on asbestos and mesothelioma lawyers in your area. If you have questions or need additional assistance, contact us at 800-793-4540. Paul Danziger. Page reviewed and edited by mesothelioma attorney Paul Danziger. Paul Danziger grew up in Houston, Texas and earned a law degree from Northwestern University School of Law in Chicago. For over 25 years he has focused on representing mesothelioma cancer victims and others hurt by asbestos exposure. Paul and his law firm have represented thousands of people diagnosed with mesothelioma, asbestosis, and lung cancer, recovering significant compensation for injured clients. Every client is extremely important to Paul and he will take every call from clients who want to speak with him. Paul and his law firm handle mesothelioma cases throughout the United States. Full bio and contact info references: http://www.cancerresearchup.org/cancer-help/type/mesothelioma/for-mesothelioma #what https://www.cancer-malignant-mesothelioma/detection-diagnosis-signs-symptoms.html. View all references. Free financial compensation packet. Financial compensation packet info on law firms that will recover your highest compensation. Learn how to get paid in 90 days. File for your share of $30 billion in trust funds. First name, last name, phone, email. Diagnosis. Select. Any information you send is secure and will never be sold or released. Who are experienced asbestos attorneys in my area? City, state. Select state. First name, last name, phone. Diagnosis. Select. Any information you send is secure and will never be sold or released. Calculate case value. Diagnosis. Select. Is diagnosed person alive? Select. Age of diagnosed person. Select. Exposure. Select. Main job site. Select. Main asbestos product used. Select. First name, last name, phone. State. Select state. Any information you send is secure and will never be sold or released. Navigation. Home legal options. Mesothelioma veterans asbestos settlements. We've won. Who we help. Reviews of our services. About us. Blog. Contact information. Office address: 1225 North Loop West, Houston, Texas 77008 handling mesothelioma cases nationwide. Call to learn about getting your best possible financial compensation. 800-793-4540. Follow us Mesothelioma Lawyer Center. Or BBB Business Review sponsor, Paul Danziger, attorney, Houston, Texas. The information provided by mesotheliomalawyercenter.org is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Disclaimer. Privacy policy. Editorial standards. Contact us. Copyright 2022, mesotheliomalawyercenter.org.